Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the second part of Under the Fallen Maple. So let's get ready for the second part here, the GM turn. We're doing the super fancy attack on the dojo by the Tirada. So I'm going to bring us over to a different page. Hopefully this works out.
I was muted through that, but I was gonna say they're just straight attacking us. There's no negotiation. Dishonorable.
Oh wait, let's see if we can grab all of this to bring with us. Oh, okay. That's a thing that just happened.
What just happened?
Just copied and pasted itself immediately. Huzzah. So. You think I could have done this on break, but I didn't. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, chat? Nothing. That's what I thought. Okay. So, here we go. The way I wanted to run this for tonight, for this fight, we're going to be doing two separate conflicts, and we're going to be switching back between them. The first one's is going to be the showdown between between Ash and the second person in charge, right? Who we're gonna reveal in a second. And the second one is going to be the rest of the actual defense and the overall fighting around the dojo. Okay, so we can have the one-on-one showdown, and amidst the overarching fight. Okay, we cool with that?
Yep.
Cool. So we can have in the rain. We're having the one-on-one sword duel in the rain, with the Helm's Deep.
Guy.
Yeah, with the rhinoceros beetle guy. In the back, it's going to be around everyone else.
My rival.
And you see, and I think we see that moving up ahead. We see your rival. It's Quinn, the exiled student, just like their master from who found the Tirade.
A disgrace.
He is wearing full-clad rhinoceros beetle armor and carrying a large spear, but it's not necessarily the spear. It's the what is it? The naginata?
Naginata, yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's like more like a sword on a spear. Right?
It's like a curved blade on a stick.
Yeah, it's fuck you up on a stick. That's what it is. And so we're gonna have a showdown between you two, and then the rest of the Helm's Deep as the Tirada, like almost elf ninja like swordsman, start scaling the cliffs and stuff.
Oh man,
to attack
ninja mice.
This is like the shadow sword, right? Of course, it's the evil ones, right?
Yeah, it's the evil ones. They're the shadow sword, definitely.
Cool. So that's how I plan on doing things here. So
I think we get like if I were to narrate how this sort of sets up, we get like the shot of the front gate of the dojo being like opened, and like this rhinoceros helm, rhinoceros beetle helm guy, like totally, silhouetted in the gate. Like you see like the silhouette of the armor and the naginata, and you can see like the rest of the mice, like these grappling hooks coming up over the walls and stuff, and everybody's sort of getting into position all around, and I know that for me, Ash is ready to like face her, direct competition here, like squared off. She knows this person, she knows who it's going to be, and she's drawn Leafcutter already, hoping that the spirit of her sensei will guide her in success against these usurping villains.
Yeah, totally. So let's go ahead.
Feel free, the rest of you, to frame stuff. I'm just kind of like throwing.
Just for purposes of our conflict, Quinn's goal is to kill you.
Yeah, well, my goal is
death
to kill
is on the line. Yeah. So okay. So I just want to be clear, because we were establishing these goals. If you somehow lose this conflict with all of your disposition gone, you're dead.
Cool.
Or probably that's on the table.
I'm
you
ready.
Probably will not be dead if you are able to. Basically, if Quinn is unhurt, If he gets if this is Mortal Kombat and he flawless victories you, right?
Yeah.
That's what's at stake here. Okay. I just want to level that out. I know it's the second session, but these are the stakes, and you're fighting your rival in the middle of a rain at your old Swordmaster's dojo. Like that's
if
that's
it
what's
wasn't a
happening.
fight to the death,
That's what's happening. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're still injured.
Ash is still
Technically,
injured.
mechanically.
Yeah, so
But guess what? I'm 7 times the swordsman this motherfucker is. I
Yeah.
could kill him with one hand tied behind my back and blindfold.
If an injury occurs, it equals death. I do not believe that's true, Sith Master. I believe that's only true for Torchbearer. If I recall correctly. Which rarely happens. Let me tell you. Cool. So that's the conflict for that one. And now let's go ahead and let's cut over to screen and screen. What's going on, Colin? What are we doing with
Yeah,
this?
so I'm at like the high point of whatever fortifications we have. Sort of the most like commanding view of the scene.
What's it called? The crenellations? Is that what they're called? On the top of the...
That sounds like a thing for sure.
All right.
So yeah, I'm up there, and like where the troops, like our troops, the students and everyone can see me well, and I've got my drum out. And for the past like, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes or
in the
since
rain,
we've been setting up, I've been very slowly like boom,
boom,
boom, boom, and like slightly increasing the whole time to try to like psych everyone up. So yeah, I'm actually not facing the enemy. I'm facing our people.
Yeah.
And like trying to pump them up.
Yeah, that definitely is. I mean, when it gets to the conflict, that probably is like a maneuver or something like that, right? That's totally cool. But let's for Bluejay, if there's anything you want to do quick with Rosie, but then we can also jump to establishing the goals for this grander conflict.
I don't know if I have any specific I think my oratory was and we already tried doing the pre-scouting, so I don't know if like I can
This isn't a skill. This isn't a skill test yet. This is just like, what are you doing? Where are you when this happens? Yeah.
Okay, so flavor wise, Rosie is probably like running around like I don't know, she's got like herbs and stuff prepped. Like she's like, okay, like we have some medic people over here. Like make sure you've got all of this right. Like don't leave that on the drying rack. Like it's already too dry. Like, and like she's just doing her like pre-battle like freak out session where she's just like, what if everyone dies? And then she's like, no, it's gonna be fine. Like we're gonna prepare for all of this. Yeah. So.
Perfect. Okay, so let's establish the goals for the larger conflict, right? So the Tirada clan wants to claim the dojo as their own. That's their goal of the conflict. I'm gonna say defeat.
The larger conflict.
Yeah, defeat the defenders and claim the dojo as their own. This is the goal of the actual assault. I mean, it could be easily something as simple as throw back the defenders and without harm, right? You can be grandiose with your goals in a way.
I mean, I know that my goal is kill that guy, but that's my private conflict. So, you two, it's your conflict basically for the dojo.
I know, like for me, it's just a matter of beating them. Like I just want to win the like game. In my mind, it's like, yeah. It's like a little too sporting, I think, in my mind, than is probably healthy. So I don't know if you have like a contradicting view.
I feel like for Rosie, she's not thinking of it as like a win or loss thing. She's more thinking of it as like the honor sort of thing. So whether they come to like a fruitful conclusion with this battle, like they need to defend the Karen's dojo's like ability. So they need to have a good showing, like they need to like do well at the fighting, whether they win or lose. They need to fight well, I guess.
Yeah. Prove the power. Like, what is it? Like, defeat the Tirada and prove that, like, prove yourself in a way that's.
Yeah, they wanna like make it so that Karen, it's worth it. Karen's dojo is worth defending, and Karen's legacy is worth defending, right?
Yeah. Proud. I would say defeat the Tirada proudfully. Is what I would say as the goal. I think that encapsulates what we're talking about. I'm not a doctor.
I don't think
It is a made-up word, but
I don't think proudly
I'll go with
is
it.
a real word. But yeah.
Proudly.
Oh, proudly.
Pridefully.
Pridefully.
Or
Man,
with pride.
With pride.
With pride intact. If
No
you
one-
Toronto with pride intact.
Ain't no one gonna judge me for right with pride, except maybe chat, because I love you, chat.
Yeah, I mean, chat will find
Chat always judges me.
Chat will find you.
Okay, cool, fantastic.
So
guys.
where do we start, Eric?
We start with, if I could make an animation, calculating dispositions with a rainbow in my hands. So there's gonna be two types of conflicts going on here. One is a fight conflict, and I think this other one is a war conflict, which will be interesting because no one has militarist. But you can use your nature and stuff, right? When in doubt. Or do you think this is also a fight conflict? What do you guys say?
I don't think it's large enough scale to be a war. We're talking about like 15 people.
Yeah, it's like one battle. It's not like
You're not talking about moving,
battles.
moving pieces on a board. You're talking about this fight right here between these mice.
Thank you.
I think
that sounds good to me.
I still think it's a fight.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm cool with that. I'm totally down with that too. All right. I thought I would just ask you guys. All right then. So let's calculate our dispositions. A fight conflict is calculated by whoever the conflict captain is for each side. They're going to be rolling their fighter and adding that to the number of health. So it's not like health dice plus fighter dice. It's fighter skill roll and then add that to the number that is your health. Right? So you make a fighter test, essentially. So you can add traits. You could do that stuff. You can get help for this just like any other test. But just this test doesn't count towards learning or towards advancement. Okay?
So for the larger battle, is Ash like distracted with the one-on-one battle and can't like? So I'm gonna guess that.
It's.
You guys can do it. I mean, Yuki has a fighter skill of 3. If that helps at all.
I mean, I don't know. The whole point was that Yuki couldn't do this, right? Yuki's not equipped to handle.
Should Yuki do this, she would fail. Not without help, right? But the mouse guard way and mouse guard life is together. It's team together. Each achieves more. So
I feel like my character would try and get Yuki to like lead, because these are going to be her people, but also knowing that she's not actually like experienced or like good with that. Maybe Wayland would be like, yeah, okay, Yuki says this, but like I'm gonna tell you what Yuki says, and then you just like nod or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe Yuki's more helping.
Oh.
What do you think, Colin?
Yeah. Are we like stepping on our toes really? Like
Whoa.
This whole battle is stepping on her toes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. So if I'll just basically like lead.
Okay.
Yeah, so Wayland will be
Wayland's gonna lead. Yeah.
Wayland will be the mechanical like role leader, and then we'll just like fictionally say that Yuki's like, yeah, what he said or whatever.
Nice. Hey, and thank you to Unmade Gaming for the Unmade raid. Welcome everybody. We're playing Mouse Guard, and an enemy rival dojo clan is attacking this other dojo, and we're all trying to defend it. So welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Mouse dojo.
Yes.
Mouse dojo.
Okay.
It's not easy being a mouse.
Yep. Okay, so if I heard right, it's going to be, is it Wayland making the test, or are you, Rosie?
It's Wayland.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it.
Awesome.
I'm still like flitting in the background.
Yeah. So this is a fighter. Yep. So it's a fighter test. This is for your disposition. Dispositions your conflict side's hit points, essentially. like last time.
So yeah, I would definitely be like helping in
Yeah.
the like. Is this fight prep or is this like we're saying in the actual fight right now?
This is like the start of it. I don't think it's necessarily to describe. You don't have to describe the disposition of this. This is kind of just like a meta thing.
Okay,
say.
so I'm helping.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
involved.
helping with fighter. Yeah, for the disposition here. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is essentially your morale in a way. You can think of your morale for the conflict.
Okay, so is Ash helping as well?
I don't
Ash
know
is
if I
not
can.
helping. No, she
I've
can't
got a
help for this.
separate
So,
I've got a
yeah.
separate conflict.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is not in your conflict.
Gotcha. All right.
Is Yuki helping?
Yes, Yuki is helping with her fighter. Their
Yeah.
fighter.
Okay.
Cool. So are you making the test?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got 2, and that's a really shitty roll because you also didn't get any 6s, so you couldn't fade it or anything like that. So that's just where you're at. Do you have a wise that lets you reroll instead of persona? You want to reroll your failures?
I don't know if any of these wises would apply.
What are your
Path-wise.
wises?
Escorting wise, path wise, duck wise.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm screwed here.
Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll the disposition here for the enemy guards, the Torada clan. So it's calculating the disposition. Rolling 6 dice. 0 help. Okay.
Oh man.
Well, that's the opposite of what you just got, my friend.
Oh god. What the? We're gonna. Ah.
Sorry, team.
So that makes their disposition 10 out of 10.
Shit.
So you are adding 2 to what is your health score, Colin?
It is. I think it's 4. Yeah, it's 4.
Okay, so it's 6 out of 6.
Ah.
Now we quickly we do the same thing over here for
We're
Ash
gonna get
against
fucked.
Quinn.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm using my fighter.
Yeah.
So my health is 6. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So I'm using my fighter. Skills rating is 6. I have no traits or mod. I have a -1 because of injured.
Yep.
And there's no obs, so. Oh, I didn't put a freaking 0 in there to commit.
I really need to fix that macro so it has an or statement and just assumes it passes it.
-1. What ob? 0. Go 3.
Okay, so you add that to your health.
And my health is. Hang on, let me find it for. So 7.
Your health is 7?
No, my health is 4.
Oh, a total is
With
7.
the 3, it's a 7.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Cool. So he has a heavy armor and a spear.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight, but hey, make it count.
So how
guys.
do we want to do this?
So, me as a GM, as my turn, I get to go ahead and play down my 3 cards, and then we determine
But I mean,
turn
are
order
we
and script
doing?
everything.
Are we doing like? Yeah. But are we doing like their conflict once, then my conflict once, then their conflict once, then my conflict once, sort of thing?
Yeah, I think it's kind of fictionally appropriate. I think we're gonna dance back and forth.
Okay, cool.
That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So I'm scripting my cards here. Then I'm going to script your guys' conflict as well.
So where ours is up top there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you thinking, Colin? before I had some success with doing the maneuver first so that we could affect the next thing.
Yeah. I know we don't want to like defend first, so I mean maneuver sounds good. What, Eric?
Hyena Spots points out the really interesting thing that I had both goals as kill Ash. So, oops. So it's just, I could just write kill their rival. But
Yeah, my goal is to impale myself on that spear, definitely.
yeah. Okay, cool. So my cards are down. Elf, do you know how you want to script your 3 cards for this first part?
Sure. I thought they were
it's easy to
scripting
start.
for-
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, Bluejay, are we good with maneuvering first?
I could yeah. We can definitely maneuver first.
Yeah. Remember, you get that bonus maneuver with your shurikens.
Yeah, that's why I was going with maneuver
I think
personally.
your conflict is
You're
the one
up. You're up that one.
up top there.
Oh. Oh, I just moved it again. Whoops.
Sorry. You take control of it.
No, it's fine.
Assuming direct control.
And then we never tried feints in the last time, but I'm not certain.
Feint requires that they attack to be worth
Yeah,
it.
so they have to.
No. It's
No,
the
they
other way
have to
around.
defend.
Oh, they have to
right?
defend,
Yeah.
And Eric didn't defend like at all.
It's like you trick them into defending.
Plus, fictionally, these guys are very aggressive. So,
Yes. I have a conflict helper
Maybe like last
thing
round
over here that we
we
can
try
use.
to do that.
add margin of success to your disposition. What does that mean for defending? Like, what is defending effectively? Can you remind me?
Yeah, no problem. So what defending means is that you are stopping the other side from getting their goal is the most broadest way of doing it. Defending mechanically restores hit points. It restores points of disposition back to you.
Okay, so I think for first we should maybe maneuver attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay. And then,
then-
because there's only 2 of us and not 3 like there were last time, can we
it
do
just-
multiple?
Yes.
Okay.
So it will go Rosie, Walen, Rosie.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I think we're gonna start with the greater grandiose conflict before we then jump to the
Yeah. Side note, my script is so very Ash.
I can imagine. I can only imagine what it is. All right, Rosie, let's let's flip our first cards.
This is
Five
like one of
attack.
those things where just like sort of without any real sense to it, when everyone clashes, 2 people just like
Yeah.
the people part around them and then it becomes the
Yeah.
one-on-one.
Yes.
There's like
This
this
is,
bubble.
You can no, go ahead.
Yeah. No, sorry. It's just I was reading chat and some people are a little bit confused of what's going on. We're using this is the gritty subsystem of mouse guard. This is the only gritty subsystem that exists. It's used for every type of hard, like gritty resolution mechanic.
You're going to see exactly how it works as we reveal cards. It's not
just hang out and watch. It's kind of rock, paper, scissors-y, and then you'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
so I would take dice, right? And I'm testing fighter.
Yeah. So we never went over what all the different skills do for
Okay.
this type of conflict, but you were right. So I'm gonna bring
Either
this up real
fighter
quick.
or
Yeah,
hunter
I have
would
a
be-
I have a conflict handout, and I think it tells you under fight. Yeah, it's fighter, it's attack, and no, it's nature's maneuver.
Nature's maneuver.
Yeah, your nature's maneuver. Fighter is for attacking and feinting. Defending is nature, and maneuver is nature.
Okay, so nature, and then I get +2 for my shuriken.
Yes.
And then I get +1 because Waylon's here helping me in the fight, right?
At least, yes.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm testing my maneuver. 4, 3. We don't. It's a versus, or is it an ob, or just put
Yeah.
0?
Ob is put ob 1 for now because you are actually going to this is a learnable skill. But the problem is that you're waiting for my skill to go because we're going to be comparing results. Because you're making this a
When we were comparing before, I think we put up 0 just to get the result.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah, whichever one works. We know that the actual ob is whatever I roll.
Yeah. So I got 3 successes on the maneuver.
And I got 2 successes. Cool. So this is
plus
good.
1 for me, which in maneuvers means that I can spend 1 to impede, which is -1 dice from the opponent's next action, which of course I do.
But there's something else I want to add here that can help you out. So you saw how your result was green with the green box around it?
Because I got 2 6s.
You have 2 6s. At this point, you can do what's called luck. You can spend your luck, which is spending one of your fate points. You do have some fate points, if I recall.
I have several fate points, yeah.
You have 3 fate points.
Yeah, I'll totally do that. Yeah, I'll spend a fate point. And do I have to invoke a thing? Or?
No. This is just luck. So you spend a fate point and you re-roll those 2 6s. They explode. So if you roll another 6, it keeps going, and they count as successes, right? So
I'll
yep.
Spend, my thing, please. Thanks, game. Hello, character sheet. Why are you so wide right now? Okay. So I will spend 1 fate point and make my character sheet not ridiculous.
So this is the first time they come to blows with the grappling hooks coming over in the first wave.
Okay, yeah, it's just nope. I don't know what's going on with my character sheet. I'm gonna close it.
Just
anyway, I'm
manually roll the 2d. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2d6.
Yep. Oh, you got another 6.
Roll a d6. So I get is the 4 a success?
Yeah.
Or is it just the 6s that matter?
No, that's 4 5s and 6s counts as successes.
Okay, so
you got 2 additional successes on
now
top of your 1.
So now I have 3 more successes than you.
Exactly.
So now I can maybe spend something different. If I have...
You can buy a combination platter.
Okay, I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 to impede the next action and then spend 2 to gain position and add 2 dice to my next action.
Nice.
Will that be our next action or my next action?
So you're yeah. So the next action then happens, and that's what happens. I think we're going to continue this because this is important. This is cool.
Does it have to be like both of these on the very next turn, or can I be like push it forward?
That's a good question. I think it's next action.
Okay, so the next.
But sorry.
So the next conflict that we have, they get -1 and we get +2.
Not next conflict, next volley. So like the next
that's what I meant.
I think we should just flip our cards over and resolve this because it was a maneuver and it's a setup. And and we can see what this kind of looks like.
Do it.
If that's cool. Yeah. All right. So let's flip. I'm doing attack again.
Figures.
This is them trying to get over the walls. And flip your card.
And
how do I flip it?
Yeah.
Oh,
just
it's Waylon's. Yeah.
Right click, flip.
Oh.
So yeah, attack.
Okay.
So we're at +2. So when you do your mathing, you get +2.
Yeah, so you just get a straight up additional 2 bonus dice, and I get 1 minus dice to this as well. All right.
Okay.
So this is an attack versus an attack. What is your weapon? Is a staff, correct? Yeah. Staffs give you some sort of benefit, maybe not for attack though. If I'm right, staffs give you. I have the cards in front of me that I can quickly look at. It gives you a bonus die to fainting. So yeah, it doesn't help you. Okay. So this is what's called an independent test. This means it's versus an obstacle of 1, and we both do damage, whatever we roll. Okay? So, but I am getting hurt by this, in a way. I am, instead of rolling 5 dice, I am rolling 4 dice. Okay?
Okay, and I'm rolling the base that I'm rolling is what?
Fighter.
Attacking is with fighter. You're having 2 people help you. Yuki and Rosie are helping you.
Oh, Yuki should have been helping me in the last roll? Oh, wow. Oh.
You have a trait. If you wanted to boost this up as well. You can also do the Super Saiyan by spending your Persona point.
When he's
I call it that, but I don't know what else to call it.
No, I just want to use the trait though.
Okay.
the leader trait, right?
All right. Mm-hmm.
And obs against your roll, right? That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
we're
ready to
determining.
roll. Yeah, let's go. So we tie.
Ooh. Where's
You
that
got-
sword?
Right. So, whoa, dude, you got 3 6s on that roll, homie.
Just re-roll them. Re-roll them. Do the fate re-roll.
Did you
No.
add? Did you add the? And I think you added the 2 additional dice from the maneuver, right?
Wait, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah.
And how many? Wait, because you.
So you rolled
you're
6
rolling-
dice.
I added 3 additional, 1 from the
You
trade
should
and
have
2
had.
from the previous.
No, you should
No.
have more.
You should have more dice, dude.
Because there were 2 people helping you.
That's
2
the look of
extra
Colin looking sad.
And
2 people
but-
helping.
2 extra dice from the maneuver, and
Okay.
then 1 from your trait. So that's 5 extra dice plus your fighter.
Okay, so should I just roll 2d6?
Just- Yeah, because you're adding additional dice. You're not taking away. If you were taking away, I would ask you to re-roll all dice because it's only I think the fair way of doing it. But because you roll those dice, that doesn't change anything. Add the 2 additional dice that you should have. So you had 1 additional success. Now, you also rolled 3 6s. Do you want to spend a fate?
Yes.
I mean, we're doing damage to them with every
Success. They do 3 damage to you, but for each additional success, you are doing damage to them as well. This is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
It could get the bar
Yeah.
more even.
Yeah. So
Possibly.
all right. So you spend a fate point and you do more damage.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So this is, and then we'll return them. What does this look like, right? As these decisive blows come across over the hills, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's see how much damage you do. So you should just manually roll 3d6, right? So you got a 6. Roll it again.
1 more. Boom.
That's a long roll d6. A 5.
Okay, so that's
So 3
3
further
extra
6.
successes.
Nice. So you're at 4 plus 3 is 7. It's 7 damage, that one attack.
Picking
What
up
is it?
from that terrible start.
What is
Fucking
this?
wrecked.
What just
So
what
you're
just
down to-
happened?
So you took half health. You took 3 points of damage, so you got knocked down to half. They got knocked down to 3 out of 10. So this is a pretty brutal attack. Yeah, describe this. What does this look like? Right? They're the worse for wear, whatever this happened, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I think basically I have split. Well, okay. I've recombined my drumsticks into a staff, and that happened at the last minute, like a little too dicey for comfort. My drumsticks combined into a staff. That's like how that works.
Yeah.
So then I start like swinging my drum away around my back when the first blows come in to me. And basically I pivot and like let that absorb some of it, but I get hit regardless. And that allows me, like the weight of that blow allows me to like swivel around the attacker and like just bash the back of the head of one of the enemies.
Yeah. So I imagine
Just
we see
Baseball
mice-
swing.
yeah, your grappling hooks are getting cut, people are getting, fighting and stuff like that as they're looking for another way up. Yeah, you guys have repelled them for sure for this first one, right? So now I hope you see like why, and Sith Master mentions this as well. Sometimes when you want to like increase your pool a lot, if you know you're going to get a lot of successes, like spending your nature is a thing. And like how you can like sometimes win an entire conflict with 1 turn. Like it just happens. So anyways, cool. So while this is all going on, right, we hear the sounds of battle. There's thunder and lightning and storms, and we cut to the courtyard in front of the gate, and that's where we see the rhino beetle mouse. He takes off his the bottom part of his mask, right, and you see it's Quinn, right? Elf. This is the first time Ash recognized it's Quinn, and he says, "You coward! I can't believe you were here."
Sword, like I've already drawn leaf cutter and it's in
Yeah.
my hand, like in front of me.
Your master's sword won't save you.
And I say, the words of a traitor hold no weight whatsoever. Die now and spare yourself the dishonor of living longer. And then I charge.
This place is ours by right, and he closes the thing and gets ready
He doesn't
to
even
go.
get to finish that sentence before I'm next to him.
Okay, let's flip our cards. Maneuver.
I have a feeling I know what this is gonna be.
It's probably attack, isn't it? Yes, totally attack.
Oh.
All right, so let's go ahead and do this.
Let me see. I'm rolling fighter. And I have the sword. And I'm gonna spend my one of my persona points
To go Saiyan.
to dump some nature into that too.
Yeah.
And I'm fearless, so the headlong charge directly.
I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. We can. I need to zoom out a little bit more for chat so they can see the pretty conflict cards as well. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, I'm fearless, so I'm gonna use that for this attack because I'm charging headlong directly at him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my nature, and I'm gonna use fighter, so that is a pool of 9 total. Dice.
Cool.
So let's do that. Fighter 6 plus 3. What's the ob? Any ob or just like 0?
It's a versus test, so put 0. Let's go.
5 successes.
Oh, 4 successes. So you win, but you also got a 6.
Yeah, but it's only 1. I'm not going to explode 1 6. I don't think, because maneuver doesn't hurt me. It just like
Yes, yeah, but you're doing damage to them. But because you won the number of successes, you did 1 point of damage to their disposition. So this is a chance to do even more damage for free.
I mean, I guess. Why not for free? I have to
I'm not
spend
telling. Yeah,
to do it.
I'm not telling you should do that. Yeah, I think
If I'd
that's
gotten
also
like
wise
2
to
or
keep it.
3, if I'd gotten like 2 or 3 6s, maybe. But whatever.
Sure.
I've got 3 fates, so let's just
Keeping your
burn
fate.
one.
Yeah,
No, just
saving
burn
it,
one.
saving for when it matters is also good. That's fine. Yeah.
So there, we get another success.
Cool. So there's 7. Now it's a tie ball game.
Yeah. Now they are also the same amount.
However, yep. Their armor comes into play, and they gain 1. Their heavy armor reduces.
What about my legendary sword? It's legendary.
Yes,
It's true.
Armor. Shh.
but their armor's good.
All right.
You still end up hurt. Like, so what happens is you're unable. I think at this point, what it might look like is that you have him defensively, like he can't get it in on you as you're like furiously like attacking him, right? But you're having a hard time puncturing through the armor. And he mentions being like the Tanada armor is made with the strongest material and stuff. I told you your sword would do nothing, right? This place is ours by right, and you'll see. You keep wearing yourself out.
You
right?
talk too much. Save your breath for gasping. And then
And I think we should do one more of this conflict.
Sure.
Then we'll switch back over to the larger one as well.
flip that.
Attack.
Oh shit. I went for the I went for the
That's why you don't faint.
Why is it a thing if you don't do it?
Yeah, you should sometimes try. Maybe.
Yeah, you totally should try.
I was like, oh, if he defends like off the bat, I'll be able to like get in under him.
Yeah, you'll crush him. All right. Well, so this is just a free hit on him, right? So you know what he does? I think this is what this might look like, and maybe you have a different idea, and I'd love to hear it from you too. But I think he lets himself open. He's like, "Come at me," right? Like he like hits his chest like with his spear, and he's like, "Yeah, Tanada armor is impenetrable. Try me." And like he puts his head down, and you see he has like like the rhino thing sticking out, and he's like just holding this, like he's not even like defending the spear. And so then you come at him, right? And he like trips you up or something. And let's just see what happens with the test. So he's testing fighter.
So am I.
No, you're not testing anything.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's what happens when you do attack versus
okay,
fight.
whatever. Roll your shit. Let's go.
You just get a train on you.
Bring it on.
I do 3 points of damage.
And here
Whatever.
we learn that
Doesn't
Eric
hurt.
will never ever use faint. So
Yeah. Doesn't even hurt. It's fine. 3. I don't care.
So you get hurt. Yeah, you get hurt.
Nope. I'm fine. It doesn't even
Yeah.
matter. 4. Whatever. I'm gonna crush this nerd.
Alex mentions Eric gets too much glee at bloody victories. It's always bothered me. It's true. If you should watch Alex and I play Torchbearer and do these conflicts. I am brutal.
Rosie and I can't like
No.
see any of
It's a
this.
separate conflict.
No, this is happening amongst the greater battle.
I was just thinking for flavor, not for like actual mechanics.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I was just
What do you
I
have in
mean-
mind?
I
Yeah.
mean, for flavor, I'm down.
Yeah, of course. For flavor. Anything for flavor.
I mean, if so, I'm just like, you know, sort of cheerleading here. Like, I'm like shouting, and after we had, you know, had a little bit of success in the past fight, I think I'm like, fuck them up. as you like, you know, initially moved into attack, and yeah, it's just like there's occasional outbursts like that happening for me pretty consistently.
I love
Okay.
it.
In the rain, and it's all sounds muffled, and you probably can't even like understand the words, but
Yeah. Cool. So now let's cut back over to the greater conflict.
Mhm.
So the second wave's coming now. They're looking for another way up the stairs around the for another attack vector to the
All
wall
right, well,
because you
I'm
repelled
gonna-
them.
I'm
Right?
gonna fuck them up now.
Yeah.
It's my turn to party.
Yeah.
So you faint. Well, get fucked, man.
I know. As soon as you said attack,
Get
attack, and I was like, okay.
Fucked.
So
So Rosie
got fucked.
is
There's no
she was at like maybe she's perched on one of the roofs or
they
something.
tried something fancy, yeah, and it blew up in
and
their face.
She did her like maneuver. She like separated the group coming at the door or whatever. There was a clash of one of the groups with Walen's team of mice, and
Mhm.
Rosie sees like a second like group trying to like come around for
Yeah, definitely.
and she's just like no, and she takes like 3 shuriken in her hand and she just like spins them out like going for the throats of the people who came around. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack with fighter, right?
Yeah, you attack with fighter.
What do I still get +2 for the shuriken,
No.
or it's different for a regular attack?
You don't get any bonus from the shuriken.
Okay,
for
okay.
this.
So that's just for maneuvers.
Yeah. But this is
Okay.
a free attack. If you
So
wanted to
it's-
spend your persona for the
Oh yeah, I'm into it. I'll spend my persona and add my nature to it.
Yeah.
So that'd be 7 dice.
yeah.
plus-
By the way, I
It-
hate to do this, but your guys are actually at 5 because Waylon's tired. Your maximum
Okay.
disposition is 5. You're fine though.
That's fine. I'm gonna kill him.
I think you're just. I don't think it's a moot point, kind of. But yeah.
So I have my nature, I have fighter, and then Yuki and Waylon are both helping me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm testing fighter.
Spend that
Um,
sweet persona for the
Yeah,
nature
3.
bonus.
So nature's 4 plus the 2 helpers is 6 extra dice. And the ob is there's no ob because they're not. It's a feint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Boom.
Out of the water.
All right.
Yeah, so I basically just like throw 3 shuriken and it just like on the guys who try and come behind us. And they're just like immediately downed, and everyone who was fighting with Waylon's group like sees this over, like they were watching for the feint, and they see this over the back of the other group of mice, and they're just like, fuck. And so that puts them down to 0, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're dead. They're gone.
I mean,
But
they're not
yeah.
necessarily dead, but they're impressed and dismayed.
The
and,
conflict
like,
is over.
fine.
Yeah,
Conflict's
we're gonna
over, and
resolve
that's a
what. Yeah.
success for fighter for me, right?
Mm-hmm. Hold off on
Okay.
marking successes
Okay.
for conflicts. Hold
I
off
will.
on that. We'll talk about that at the end, and we'll also talk about what this actually looks like once we're done resolving the other conflict as well.
Okay.
'Cause these are happening simultaneously, so I think this is happening while you like get this great victory thing, right?
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and flip our other cards here. So we're back to the solo duel, attack versus attack. Dude, this is a brutal duel. All right.
All right. So I'm rolling fighter. I'm bold, and I don't care about my injuries. We're bold.
Are
We're
you
going
level
for
2
it.
bold or level 1?
I'm level 1 bold.
Okay. You haven't used bold yet, right?
I used fearless, so
That's right.
now I'm bold.
I just want to thank you. I'm going to get that mixed up for the next sessions
Can
too.
Can I spend more than one trait on a thing per?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
only one trait.
All
You can use a trait to break a tie, right? If it's not the same trait.
I have a sword for that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, does the sword count as a tool in this situation? Because
Yes, it should. Yeah, it should be giving you a plus.
I didn't do that last time, so now I do. So bold +1 plus fighter plus I'm spending another persona.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna like do this as hard as possible with a 10 die pool and just pray. Dice fighter 10. I got a 7.
I got a 2. Wow, you got no 6s.
I got no 6s. Yeah, in my 10 die pool. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So that ultimately comes out to being 6. So you do so there are 2 out of 9, and you were at did 2 points of damage to you. So you're 2 out of 7.
2 out of 7. Yeah.
So now we go back and we do the other one. People are asking is if the duel goes another round, will Ash's companions be able to interfere? That's a good question.
Well, I mean, if we're doing the traditional like Japanese movie style thing, the overall conflict, first of all, probably would have taken a little bit longer narratively. This is one of those things where it's like my turns are smaller than their turns. I feel like if we're talking like in narrative space, like I'm making 1 sword stroke or two lightning fast attacks, and theirs doing like a big tactical thing. Like
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
You wouldn't interfere anyway, right? Like
For respect reasons.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's
honor reasons. Like
dishonorable.
you definitely would not interfere in a duel.
Here's a question for you as far as the scene goes. Is this still happening in the courtyard? Has this moved to another part of the castle?
this
is this like
straight up-
inside the school?
This is framed directly through the gate.
Okay.
And like if it were shot, you'd see the school's like banner and like the pole, the like poles holding it up, and like this fight happening like just outside. I think.
Cool. Love it.
That's
Just
kind of
wondering-
how I am.
Probably
Definitely,
like a shockingly like symmetrical space has formed around you. Too.
Yeah.
Well, you're in a
The rest of
courtyard,
the-
so it's rather framed naturally.
Yeah.
Um,
Just in terms of the other bodies, other people roaming
All right.
around.
love
Let's
it.
do this.
Love
Let's
it.
do this.
Let's flip.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I think this is one of the times when we're circling each other. Our swords are touching, right?
Yeah. It's
What do you
definitely-
say to them?
What
I've
do
totally
I-
stole that from another game.
What do I?
I think this is an opportunity. This isn't in the rules. I'm just coloring this scene. This is that part when we're like, Naginata's touching your blade and we're doing that circle around the duel with each other, right?
What do I? What
so
do I say
what
to
does this look
Quinn?
like?
What
Yeah.
do I say to Quinn?
Anything?
I don't
Do we say anything?
I don't say anything to Quinn. He isn't worth my breath.
Okay.
Like this is a man who left our school and joined another clan. This is a mouse who needs to die, and
Cool.
that's all.
So we twirl in silence. This is an independent test. We're fighting each other at an obstacle 3. So any successes higher than an obstacle 3, we heal up our disposition.
Okay. Is this still a fighter test or a nature test?
This is a nature test.
Okay. So that's 3. Okay. I have a really small die pool now.
Sorry you guys have to sit here.
He's fine.
All right, I got a 4.
Nothing.
You wrote 4 ones, homie.
Yeah, I know. G.
Okay. So they go up to 6. Or go up to 1. I'm sorry, 3. 3. I'll get the words right. Awesome. Yeah. So just once again, we're in silence as we circle
right,
the courtyards.
Flip it.
Flip. You're just like, shut up, Eric. Flip the card. Maneuver.
I attack.
We break off, right? We break off from the circle.
Ash doesn't maneuver. Ash doesn't maneuver. She just attacks.
As soon as we break off, you lunge in there, probably, right? So that's what I'm imagining.
Hell yes.
He's going to try to get the better of you too. So this is a versus test again.
This is a versus test indeed. Fighter.
So maneuver is nature.
6 plus 1. 1 for my sword. And I'm spending another trait for this one. And that trait is that I'm short. So that Naginata is going to have to target pretty accurately if I'm coming in low.
So you attack low. Yeah.
I attack low at the legs. Ash is small.
Well, I got 1 success, so.
Oh, I forgot to put a freaking 0.
The suspense is ruined by my inability to write a good macro.
0. 4.
Oh, you do it, and you have a fate.
I got a 6, so I'm burning that 6 for a fate, and rolling a d6 for a 5, which
you do it.
Ends you.
It ends them, so you kill them. So it's that moment.
Wait. I think Elf gets a choice whether he shows mercy here or decapitates guy.
I mean, both of our goals are kill. Both of our goals are kill. So I think it's this moment where like Quinn looks as if he's planning to like lock my weapon or something. You can see him like that thoughtful look in his eye underneath that helmet with the rain like dripping off it and like onto the shoulders of the armor and stuff, holding the spear. And Ash, instead of thinking, Ash just jumps directly in and like looks like she's going to go high and then ducks low and like takes him out at the knee. There's a squeak of mousy pain as he falls to the ground. And there's a moment where she's standing over him and she's hurt. Like she's definitely hurt.
We see your breath in the rain.
Yeah, the like white mist of her breath in the rain. Yeah. And she stands over this armored guy who's like struggling to get up and reach for his Naginata, and she just goes, "You are without honor," and then just plunges Leafcutter like directly into his chest.
Yeah, like behind. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh.
No, straight through the armor, straight through the rhino beetle armor, directly penetrating the chest piece. And
so good.
Right into his heart.
Yeah,
I feel like this is happening like as our conflict is also ending. My Rosie and Walen's, and Rosie like throws the shuriken, sees them land, and then like over that conflict she sees like the sword going in, and
just the sword going down,
like at the end of her, like she concentrates on the follow through, and then like at the end of that, like her hand goes up and she's like about to be like, no, like show mercy, like be the better mouse, and like it just happens, and she can't hear anything about you're without honor or anything. She just sees the like violent like ending of that conflict, and it's just like
like Rosie has no context for like what that was about or who that was, or
none. I just see you like viciously, like without mercy, like murder a person, and I'm just like, I mean, I just murdered 3 people, but like it's
who's counting?
This is me, and that's you.
Yo, do you have golden limbs? Yeah. Awesome? I mean, awesome doesn't really encapsulate that, but I am so proud of you guys. That was so good. Really, that was amazing.
I was getting ready. I was getting ready to narrate my death on that.
Yeah. That was so good. Seriously.
We've got the after conflict stuff to do, right? Like to what those resolutions that is.
The players or the GM's turn is over. Now it's the player's turn. So we're gonna bring you back.
But what about right.
The
goals for the conflicts?
So
because we didn't come out of it clean.
No, we didn't. We lost more than half our disposition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if your goal was to defeat the Tirada with pride, and you lose some of your disposition, then we need to go. I think it tells you over here in conflicts mechanics. No, it doesn't. Okay. you have to concede something of your goal.
Okay.
Or we could earn some conditions, right? I think earning tired seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah. I also like
injured, or
I like the idea of fictionally, like we can like figure out like injured, tired makes sense, but I like the idea of fictionally of like maybe myself and Wayland behaved like with like honor and pride, and like we're obviously good at what we're doing, but the students, the disciples of Karen kind of fell a little flat. And so like they were supposed to be defending their dojo, and it was supposed to be a moment where Yuki like kind of came to the forefront and showed some kind of leadership ability, but she didn't.
Yeah,
that's the better one.
They maybe made concessions to their honor for survival.
Right? Yeah.
That's the better answer. That is the better answer for sure.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, they surrendered, and then we stabbed them after they'd given up, like that kind of thing, or something like that, where it's like,
Yuki orders the execution of the prisoners.
Oh no! How fucking dare!
Yeah, that's super.
She's trying to show that she's stronger, but instead she's showing that she's
weaker. Yeah, because she's overcompensating, and she did that.
That's good. Like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was. I mean, thank you, Bluejay, for bringing that up. That's way better than being like, okay, yeah, and you're sick or something. Yeah, that's the way better answer. Your awesome. Friend. Now you have that problem with your friend. That's way better.
A war criminal.
Yeah.
Whoops.
All right. So I like what Elf said. Like, it's definitely dishonorable. It's definitely like we finished the fight, and like Rosie is like, all right, like we've won here. Like they're back down, and Yuki's like, we haven't won until they're all dead, and like, and we're just
exactly.
Like
exactly.
It's now an ancient clan feud,
For
like
Carrot,
when the Taradas are alive, they must be dead.
Yeah.
Like
it's for
damn.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's
treat them with honor when they treat us with no honor. That kind of like dissolution of rule.
So let's think about the results for your own conflict, Ash.
Yeah, I mean, both of our goals is to kill each other.
So you achieved your goal.
I don't know what concession I can give on the side of a goal. I'm already injured. Maybe
angry.
I was gonna say like
and tired.
I was gonna say like maybe it's one of those things where it's like I didn't really speak to him. I didn't really exchange words in any meaningful way, but he said stuff that like pissed me off, considering the very recent death of Karen. It's one of those things where it's like, you do not speak ill of my dead master a day ago,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so she's just mad.
It's your rival. Of course you're angry. It's the heated tensions. Yeah.
But it's the kind of anger that would last through a victory, the kind of anger where it's like, I can't argue with you now and tell you why you're wrong because you're dead. I've killed you.
Yeah. So you were so angry and tired makes sense.
It sounds to me like vengeance was not the point, like relief.
No,
that you expected it to be.
Yeah. And so like it's the end of the fight, and you guys are, you're cleaning up, and it's that moment when you guys are all like drenched from the rain, and you all see each other. Wow. Is there any words you guys want to impart to one another?
as soon as I approach Ash again, I'm like, that was awesome. That was so cool. When you were like, and then I like look to Rosie, and I know she's like kind of distressed about having witnessed that. I'm like, it was a lot. It was a lot to take in there.
You had already won the fight. Was that truly necessary?
Is that to Yuki or to Ash?
I don't. Is Yuki here? Is Yuki standing with us, or is she like?
No.
Okay.
I think we're regrouping.
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
This is the party. Yeah. So you say that to Ash. Ash replies, you don't understand. He used to be a student here. He spoke ill of my sensei. and of this dojo. He is a mouse without honor and will forever remain now a mouse without honor.
Exactly. You
I,
will
like,
forever
slap
be
you.
without honor.
I slap you on the back when you say that, and I'm like, you got that right. I'm
I
like a
do the
little too
whole,
excited.
Like, you give him no chance for redemption, no chance to learn from this, no place to go forward. His life is simply over. He could have, and she trails off, like thinking, like, it doesn't matter what he could have done.
And Ash replies, if he deserved a second chance, he would have beaten me and gotten his second chance.
I'm sort of backing away a little
Yeah,
bit.
Ash is like clearly like too invested right now. Like she's angry and she's like, your judgment is getting to her a little bit, you know?
And like, I guess Rosie is just like, perhaps I don't understand. But I like to think that there is always an opportunity for redemption. Maybe even for you, Ash. And like she like turns away and like kind of does this whole like walking into the rain, like
Yeah, Ash turns it with a huff and walks into the building. You know, it's one of those things where both of us are just like whoosh, cape swoosh past right.
yeah.
Can I run after Rosie real briefly?
Yeah.
Like I sort of as you like, you know, walk away, I sort of jog up to you and I'm like, hey, you know, I know what you're saying back there. Like Ash is like pretty fired up. That's pretty crazy, but I mean, should we talk about Yuki? Like you saw what she did, right? I feel like maybe you've got some of your feelings are, you know, directed towards her. I mean, I thought that was a little wild too myself, actually. Right?
And like she kind of does the whole like, oh yeah, like this other shit happened and we were kind of wrapped up in this interpersonal conflict. And so she like takes a deep breath and she says, too many lives were lost today. Unnecessary lives lost today. Yuki is young and perhaps she too needed more from Karen than Karen had time to give. This dojo, I don't know, maybe it deserved to fall today, but it did not. And hopefully we can see Yuki grow and change from here. But that was Walen. I don't like is this leadership? Is that what there was no mercy there.
Look, I mean, you saw that guy, right? I don't want to say it's leadership because I get it. Like it was a little aggressive. But I mean, let's be real, that guy wasn't gonna like surrender or, you know, turn a new page. I just kind of got that vibe from all of the evil armor and you know, general temperament about them. But I don't think we should, like, you know, judge too hard because she's trying. And I mean, we're all kind of, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of, you know, still trying to find the right way after, you know, the fall, you know, of the emperor. Like we're all doing the best we can. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't sweat it too much.
I don't know. I want to help everybody. Maybe it's a failing of mine that I wish I could help these people, but I don't think that this is an end to this conflict. I don't think that killing those mice is an end to this conflict. This is just ensuring that the conflict continues. And I don't know if Yuki saw that. She was blinded by not pride, by glory, by victory.
You're right there. Yeah, she's got a we've got to deal with her. I think she's gotten a little too, obsessed maybe with the position she's in. I don't know if the dojo is going to her head, having that now, but if maybe if we're to redeem some of the situation that happened here, it'll be making sure we leave with her, in a in a state where she's not going to hurt additional people who might challenge the dojo needlessly, hopefully.
I think you should talk to her.
Yeah,
Cool.
I mean, I can do that. I can definitely do that.
Yeah. So this is the player's turn now. You should all have one player check. No one used the trait negatively to earn yourself a trait check for this part of the turn, so everyone only has one. You can use this for recovering. Basically, you spend your check, gain the spotlight for a moment, just like last. I know we all know this, but just for anyone new joining us, you spend your player check on the player's turn. You get a chance to set a scene that you want. Also, it secures you a test should you want one of something. So, and you can make it fictionally appropriate. This is also the phase of the game where you're allowed to spend your check to recover and recover a condition. You can't do that in the GM turn unless you spend 2 checks.
So we decided that we didn't take any conditions from that battle, so I'm still
correct.
fine.
You're fine. Yeah.
I have 3 conditions. Like
Classic Genji, because you steal all the health packs. Because you're Genji.
Yeah.
I have 1.
So I think what I'm gonna do is spend a check to recover. But I'm gonna do so by like meditating.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna take a moment of silent meditation, alone, in my old, room, the place I used to stay when I lived here, laying out a leaf cutter in sheath in front of me, and kneeling down with my in that sort of like Japanese meditative position, and sort of talking to leaf cutter, talking to the sword as if the spirit of my sensei could hear me, saying things like, I defended the dojo. I made sure that no one who wanted to do us harm entered these gates and got to stay here unharmed. I did everything I could, and yet I don't feel as if I've done everything that I could. If you were here, if you were still here, you could tell me, you could advise me, you could say something like you always did when I was here, something that would make me feel better, something that would seem reasonable. And just kind of sit quietly after that and like think about maybe what Karen would have said or done, or what I could have done differently, maybe, but that I didn't. So I don't know what that recovers.
And so the order is from the cards, it's angry is the first one, and that makes sense by meditating.
Yeah.
So that would let me just break out the card real quick, and I'll know for sure. Just in the future, when you earn a condition and make that check, you can choose to deal yourself a card, and I listed how to recover it on the card as well as what the condition does. Cool. So this is an Ob2 will test to recover.
Okay.
I don't think anyone can help you on recovery tests. I think I said that last time and I was wrong, but I don't know. I'm saying you can't.
I'm doing it.
Also, you're quietly contemplating, so you could spend a trait if you had one, but I think you've already used them all.
Yeah, I have. Except for the legendary trait of my sword that I am talking to right now.
Yeah, I would you're talking to this. Yeah, you're talking to the spirit. Yeah.
The spirit of Karen. You said Ob 3?
Yeah.
Eric?
2. It's a 2.
It's a 2.
2.
I don't succeed.
Oh, so you're still angry.
I am still angry.
Bummer. All right. People can donate checks too, by the way. If you don't want to do something, you can give your check to another player to do something. You can no longer test to recover that same test in the same phase of the game, though. So keep that in mind as well.
Do you have anything you were wanting to do specific? You have some stuff to recover, right, Colin? You should.
I'm just tired.
I haven't decided yet. So you sleep. You spend your check to sleep.
I mean,
Do we just see you with some Z's above your character
probably.
snoring?
Yeah.
That's some tough luck, Elf.
Welcome to my die-related life.
Yeah. So, what can I do here to sleep? Is that
Yeah. So that's a condition card again. I'll show you. I'll show us further in chat. It's an OB3 health test to recover. Tired. Oh man. When I pop out the card, the way I have Roll20 set up, you can't see the bottom of it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing from home.
Whoops, I need to change my health.
This might actually matter, and I'm gonna call it out. We never now. You know how I said pause on the recovering from the or not recovering. Pause on the learning. Exactly, the conflict, what we learned. So at the end of every conflict, we learn. You can choose one of the things that you tested to as a mark for advancement, pass or fail based on whatever the volley was and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to choose one. The only excluding factor to that is if you ever went to a tiebreaker roll, you count the tiebreaker also as something that you could learn. So that's how that works.
Okay, so it would be like fighter or nature because those are really the only things we tested.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go fighter.
Okay.
Same, actually.
Okay. Ash, did you mark a test that you wanted to learn? Fighter. I think the only one you can do is fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I could do nature as well, right?
Did you use your nature for anything?
Yeah, defense.
There you go.
Oh yeah, then you could totally use your nature.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Sorry, so now we go back to you, Walen. I didn't want to forget about that any more than I already did.
Yeah, so I was rolling my health.
Yeah.
And is there anything else to consider?
It's an OB3. No, not yet. I don't think so.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you this one right now, okay? In the future, though, I want you to maybe try to remember something like this. You could totally argue with me saying that the dojo, you found a really, really comfy bed, and that counts as supplies for recovering.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you could argue for supplies. Like, if you want to proactively try to justify something like that, I would be cool with it. But
Okay. You didn't see me roll, right?
No.
That didn't actually happen.
It didn't happen.
Okay.
So
It's weird.
consider you have supplies
Okay.
for recovery here.
All right.
I think that's fair. Wow.
Bummer.
Nope. You're still tired.
That feel when you were a tired mouse.
You are a
You're
tired mouse.
Sleepy mouse.
Oh man.
Like a meme caption on like a mouse.
Yeah.
Big bags of rice.
Okay, so then it's my check. I think I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk to, I guess, like, I see them, like, he's exhausted, Walen's exhausted, and Ash is like, she's got some stuff that she's working out, and also I'm like upset with her a bit. And so I decide that I'm gonna go talk to Yuki, even though I don't really know her. I would like to think that maybe I'm a little bit her senior, and so I feel okay with talking to her like as more than a peer. I'm also experienced. Yeah.
You were a member of the prestigious Mouse Guard when they were a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm sorry, I want to talk to Yuki, but Alex has cited me the page number. One test per advancement this is okay. So this is wonky. It's 1 test for advancement per scene per skill, which means fighter and nature are something you can learn in that conflict.
Cool.
If you
So we
did,
can mark
sorry,
both?
yeah, you can mark both.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex. That's important. I do always get that wrong, so thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Alex. And also, yeah, I decide I'm gonna go talk to Yuki, and I think I'm gonna make
Okay.
it like a kind of like a lecture. So if I
Sure.
could test my orator skill again for
Not orator because that's a crowd.
persuader.
Yeah, persuade totally. This is a private one-on-one. Yuki is totally at the fresh grave of Karen.
Of course she is. Yeah.
Right. I imagine we were standing in a like a small like shrine. Like there's a little bridge to an island with a little moat around it with carp in it, or like tiny mouse carp. You know, just go with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Also, the sun is coming up, right? At this point, by now, you fought all night. The sun is coming up. The cherry blossom, or not the cherry blossoms, the plum blossoms have been like floating down. So there's a lot of them in like the pool as well, coming around
So
the scene
tired.
as you're going there. Okay.
So yeah,
She's quietly meditating.
I go up to Yuki and I'm like, can't sleep.
She nods and says, yeah, come. And she makes room for you to sit in front of her as well.
And like I sit down and I like we take a second, both of us
Yeah.
sitting together at the pool, and like Karen's grave is like in this nice little like
It's like
very
on the
big dress.
island. Yeah.
And I sit next to Yuki and I say, do you think that she would be proud of what you did today?
I think she should be proud that we defended the temple or the dojo.
Defended, but for how long? These people will not just let your, I hesitate to say like murder or whatever, like won't let
Yeah.
your actions go unchecked. They sent mice to fight you, but they would have expected some to return. And when none do, they will send more. This is not the way that you win wars. This is how you start them.
If more want to come, so be it.
What will you do?
I feel I can defend this on my own now. You guys have taught us a great deal. We will be always in your debt. You are always welcome here. But
You think you know so much, but I would like to see how that battle goes when Ash and Wayland and myself are not here to watch your backs, to cover for your inexperience, Yuki. You think that this one victory means that you are prepared for what is to come, but trust me, you are not. This dojo will fall. You need to send word to that other dojo. You need to send word and you need to apologize for what you've done today.
and I think that's where we make the test, right?
Okay. So I would be rolling Persuader.
Yeah.
And I don't think either of them are here because they're off like doing their stuff.
We can't help you, I don't think.
Yeah, they're not in the scene. It's just you and Yuki.
Okay. I think
Yuki's just like, quite. She's not showing it on her face, but she is still kind of like fuming with rage herself,
of course she is. I wonder if Defender would help here. I mean, I'm probably gonna.
You're watching out for the other
That's
mice
true,
for
that's
sure.
true.
You brought
Okay.
that up. I would allow that.
Okay, so I will roll Persuader.
Mm-hmm.
Persuader.
Do you have Persuader?
Mhm.
Okay.
And what's the ob, you think?
2.
Okay. Nope.
No, wait though. You got a 6.
I did?
Yeah, blue means you got a success and a fail in it. A red
heck
and a
yeah,
green.
I will use a fate point to
Use a fate point. Yeah.
see if we can get one more success in there, please. Nope.
Do you have a wise? You have one more fate point.
I have herb wise. That would not help at all.
Do you want to? Well, I told you there are like maybe these blossoms around here. If you want to try to say something about the blossoms, just swing it and re-roll a failure.
Sure. Sure, let's fucking go. I'm all for it. So I'm sitting there. There's a long, drawn out silence, and I like pick a plum blossom like out of the water, and I say to Yuki, "Your clan is named after this blossom. The plum is symbolic of," and I'm gonna make this shit up off the top
do
of
it.
my head.
Go.
The plum is symbolic of mercy.
Which is so funny because of Ash, but okay.
No, I mean, but Ash,
I know.
Whatever.
I know.
You know, like she doesn't have to personify everything about her clan. And like she's not actually related to like.
No, I like that. It is the compassion one. That makes sense. It totally is.
So I'm just like, I tell her like the plum is symbolic of mercy and of forethought. Like, and I just like, I set it on her like little mouse knee and I get up and I walk away.
So re-roll one of those failures.
Okay.
So roll one more.
Hopefully, god damn it. No, motherfucker.
You couldn't get it to a tie. Oh no.
Okay, so
bummer.
she's just
You tried. You tried. Well, no, not necessarily.
So I marked that as a failure.
No. You mark I'm sorry. Mark the test as a failure. But here's what I think happens. You're there all night. And like to the day of like out there with her, right? For her to see the way. So I think you are tired being out there with her.
Okay, so I marked tired.
Yeah, but you end up convincing her because of that. I think it's a conditional success there. Because like you just worked so hard and it's something you really wanted. And like, you were out all night trying to talk to her, trying to persuade her and letting her think there and think about it. And you're showing that you not leaving her side shows how much you mean it. And you're a freaking cherry, right? And you were here like walking the walk and talking the talk.
Okay, so mechanically the test is a failure, but the result that I wanted, even though I get
it's a conditional. Yeah, it's a conditional success. Correct.
Okay, cool. That works.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. All right. So that's your check. So that's everybody's checks. We are done. We go to the fourth part of the game, which is experience. We do Artha.
Cool.
I just want to say this has been spectacular as a GM. I'm greatly enjoying this session.
And you didn't interrupt as much, so you learned.
I kept my fucking mouth shut. It was awesome. Cool. So let's go ahead and I didn't list what it is, but I remember it offhand. The first one is fate points, and that's first off by beliefs. So who acted in accordance to their belief? Let's just go around. Oh, your fingers up.
I did. The best solution is found at the blade of my sword.
Yeah. Yep. Fate point for you.
Yep.
My belief is no mouse left behind. I don't really think that there was any opportunity. Like, no one was really left behind. So I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. I'm going to argue for you on behalf of you. You should deserve that for that scene with Yuki in the garden.
Like I'm trying to make it.
You did not leave her behind. You stayed out all night.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so
and metaphorically,
Soden, look at Soden's like screaming at Jess is screaming at Chad. You didn't leave her behind.
Okay, okay. Cool. Yep. Got it, chat. Thanks.
Perfect. Yeah. Lovely. So fate point for you. Walen?
I think I didn't take life too seriously.
I agree.
No, absolutely.
Tried to shrug a lot of things off that were pretty heavy shit. So
yeah, absolutely.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Instinct, yeah. You did. You did take life pretty seriously.
You
Is that
think
what you're
so?
saying?
No,
I'm saying I didn't.
Didn't.
Okay.
Well, like within
Lighting
the
up the
bounds of
funeral,
this
like-
scenario.
Being like,
Okay.
oh, well, I mean, you're being a little hard on Ash a little bit there. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think
Okay.
he definitely didn't take life too seriously.
I like that Walen is like the surf instructor of mice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ash
Cool.
is too busy being an edgelord in the corner.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Instincts. Anyone have a chance to play up their instinct today?
Always draw my sword at the first sign of danger.
Yep.
If there's work to be done, always offer help. I helped.
Oh
so
yeah. Oh, all of
I
it.
helped hella.
Yeah, mine didn't really come into play. Just because I didn't have an opportunity to consult Ash.
Yep. Okay. Here's a pro tip. When it's your turn, when your players check and you don't know what to do and you don't want to recover and you haven't hit one of those things, totally make a scene with being like, I'm gonna go talk to Ash and get some advice from her, right? And be like, haha, suck it, Luke Crane, I beat your game, right? That kind of stuff. So just think of something like that. But okay, so your instinct didn't come up. The next things up are the persona worthy. Goals. I didn't talk about goals. Did anybody not achieve their goal today? Let's say that, because if you work towards your goal but didn't achieve it, you're in fate. If you achieved your goal, you're in persona. So let's talk about our goals.
Yeah, let's talk about our goals. Because mine was to learn why Ash is so quick to violence. Which is
I definitely think that you're close. Like,
yeah,
if-
I don't
if
know if I'm
not
quite
entirely
there,
there.
but I'm like,
I think
Certainly
you just
confirmed.
need. I think you just need like a scene with Ash to talk about it. You know.
Do you
Yeah.
want to? Should we just do that now? Because we have some time. Do you want? Because like that's not really a role worthy thing, and this.
I mean,
you
yeah,
had that last session too, and like
I mean, you could come to her after you're done talking to Yuki, because I mean
Right,
she's
yeah.
meditating in her room, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
let's play that. Let's play that out real quick.
Yeah, sure.
So like I'm going down the hallway to like rest, and I see like
Like my
I don't know.
door's open, like
maybe you're like huffing and just like getting up or whatever.
yeah.
And I do that thing where I'm about to like just pass you by, like I don't want to talk to you, like, but then I'm like, and I turn around and I say, Ash, I need to ask you, and I know that there was a lot of history between you and that mouse in the courtyard, but why are you like this? Like every instant when you could talk or show mercy or be the better mouse, why do you solve all your problems with violence?
And Ash sort of, looks away for a second, like she's trying to think of a good answer, and then says, again, not really looking up to look you in the eyes while she says it. She's clearly like a little bit ashamed of it.
Mm-hmm.
Says, you don't understand. I'm good at this. I'm good at this thing. I know how to do this. It makes sense to me that this is the answer always. Because when I have a sword in my hand, and when I'm fighting someone, and when I know it's me or it's them, nothing's complicated. Nothing at all is complicated about that. I either win or I lose. And any one of those conflicts is on the knife point, is on the balance of my survival. I don't get what you do. I'm not good at talking and figuring things out and coming to a resolution. I'm not good at making friends with my enemies and being kind-hearted and soft. I'm hard. I'm sharp. Like the sword in my hand. We're one object, one thing wielded with a purpose, driven towards something. When we served the Emperor, I used to know. Now I'm not so sure.
And she does this thing where she lets the silence after you stop talking linger a little bit, and then she says, "No, I think I understand. With a sword, conflicts are easy, perhaps." And she takes a breath and she looks you straight in the eye, and she says, "Perhaps dying will be just as easy for you." And then she just walks away. Like
right.
that's where you're going with this. You realize, like, yeah,
That's the end
And
of that.
Ash definitely realizes, like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I mean, if I die, the complications of my life are over.
Yeah. It's fatal. It's the
question-
definition of fatalistic.
The questions of who I serve, the questions of my philosophy, you know, the questions of whether I'm right or wrong don't matter once I've lost. But I haven't lost yet.
yeah, absolutely. No, that's good.
That's
Okay,
super
cool.
good.
So my goal done.
Persona.
Did it.
Ching, persona.
Persona.
Yeah. So what is everyone else at now? We all did everyone else's goals. Now I forget. now.
My goal was preserve Karen's honor and defend the dojo. So I think I did that.
Do you think you earned fate for that because of the honor thing?
Karen's
No,
honor.
no.
Oh,
because
yeah.
It's Karen's honor, not the dojo's honor. I honored Karen in that I used her sword to defeat her enemy.
And
Yeah.
she also did what Karen asked on her dying.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that Karen's honor is fulfilled.
Perfect.
Whether Yuki's honor will,
Yeah.
I fucking know.
Cool. All right. Persona.
And
that was everyone's goals now, right?
Wayland.
No,
I didn't do
Wayland's.
mine. I think I pretty much worked towards showing my friends they can trust me to lead, but I did not complete that goal.
Yeah,
Okay. Fate point for it.
I can see that.
Yeah, no, I definitely see the like working toward it with like we had that conversation and like you definitely were like in charge in the battle and everything, but I think that there could still be more.
So, all right, we have 3 more awards to give out for tonight. These are the group awards that are available that aren't based on your beliefs, instincts, and goals.
Right.
So the first one is MVP or MVM, Most Valuable Mouse. This is the award that goes to the player who did the critical roll that swung everything in their favor.
I actually still think it's Bluejay.
The clutch strike. Do you think it was the blue?
I think it's Rosie because you
versus the
managed
feint?
that conflict like really well. Yeah.
Yeah, you just crushed that feint.
If I were to cast my vote,
I think that's worthy.
I think so too. Rosie was just like extremely proactive in just like realizing everything that's going on rather than just like acting sort of in the moment, like understanding the whole
Well,
situation.
thank you. I will also vote for myself, but I'm that person that always votes for myself. So
we've all seen you stream Overwatch.
Yep.
You vote for yourself at the end.
Every
We've all
time.
seen it. Okay.
So what's MVP at me? Fate?
Persona.
Persona.
These are all Persona worthy
Shit.
awards. The next one up is teamwork. And team worker is the person who, or workhorse is actually the term for it. Work mouse. This is the person who helped a lot. This is the person who was always there for support. This cannot go to the same person who got MVP.
then it has to be Wayland because I did everything alone.
Yeah, you were pretty solo.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I would definitely say
Yeah, I'll take it.
Wayland, Persona.
Persona.
Thank you.
And then the last one can go to more than one mouse. This is embodiment. It can't go to everybody though. This is the person who played up their conditions or their character's identity the best. You felt like you embodied their character. You got into their head, what they thought. Who do you think deserves this?
I think Ash.
Yeah, Ash definitely played up her character and also her backstory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was super satisfying.
Connection to the dojo, the last conversation was really good.
Yeah, I have no idea I'm going to top this episode. But I got a couple ideas. So good work. So Ash.
Cool.
Persona.
Yeah.
Persona.
Cool. All right then. That will do it for us. That was a great session. Seriously, I can't stop saying it. That was genuinely one of the best sessions of Mouse Guard I've ever run or ever had the privilege of being a part of. This was super good.
I thought it was fun.
That was okay.
I'm happy you
No.
think so.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
nice.
No big deal.
Yeah.
No, like I feel like we're definitely like flowing smoother now.
Yeah, that second game was
It's
better
really-
even than the first one, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely understand the gameplay and everything. So I definitely agree.
Yeah. Cool.
Um,
So Bluejay, I hear you're an internet streamer. Is that right?
What? I mean, what is streaming though?
What is it? Seriously,
yeah.
what is it?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Bluejay. I am an internet streamer, but you can find me on the internets at twitch.tv/Bluejay or on Twitter where I just hit 7,000 followers. Yeah. On Twitter at Bluejay_712. I'm a full-time Twitch streamer, which means I get to play video games and role-playing games for my living, which is fucking weird, but awesome. And I usually play a lot of Overwatch, role-playing games here on twitch.tv/misclicks and on twitch.tv/roll20app. You can find me all those places. I'm everywhere. But I
Yeah.
don't play as many role-playing games as Elf.
Yes.
Oh, are we segueing to me? Okay. Hi, I'm DistractedElf. I play lots of role-playing games. You can find me in many different places, including my own channel at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf. I am a violent mouse.
Yes.
These violent mouse have violent ends.
And
Yes.
speaking of mice, Walen, Colin,
Nice. That was real smooth.
I'm not good at segues. Okay.
I'm not a streamer. I'm one of those people who used to say to people who ask, "What do you do for a living?" that like I'm in internet. I do internet stuff,
Mhm.
and I thought like that was really confusing to people, and you always had to explain that you're a designer of a particular type or something. And then I became friends with a handful of streamers and learned how hard it is for you guys to like ever explain yourselves
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
someone who's like, so there's a
What?
computer screen.
So,
and,
what do you do? I sit on my computer and I play video games. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I learned that you guys actually have it a lot rougher, but basically I do like web design and stuff. I'm just like, a designer of various varieties, but you can find me on Twitter for the most part. Twitter.com/SVNDER. You can also find me on Twitch, but I don't stream too much. But throw me a follow if you would like.
When is
thanks.
when is the next plate of the game?
Oh man, that's right. Sometimes I do this little like food and gaming talk show called Plate of the Game, which is an Overwatch pun. Yes. But I don't know when the next one is. I do know Mr. Adam Coble is
Ramen.
very eager to talk about ramen. So we're going to do that sometime soon.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't scheduled anything. So we'll see.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, chat. I'm Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris. I'm a part-time internet streamer, mostly doing role-playing games, but occasionally I'll do some Battlegrounds and Overwatch and all that kind of stuff. I'm just always embarrassed about my skills with those games to streams. But hey, that's what I do. I also do some prep stuff. Saturdays, you can find me over at Silent Osiris's channel, where I play a knight in his Pendragon game. You can find me over at Henley's channel on Sundays, where I also GM a new game of Mouse Guard called Whiskers and Whiskey, which is fun. We just started that up as well. Everything else I do here, including a Blades in the Dark game and an ongoing epic Burning Wheel game about people who are founding a country. So that's a lot of fun, and doing all the political intrigue and stuff like that. So yeah, Burning Wheel is awesome. I love Luke Crane's games, apparently. So that's just a thing that I do.
Yep.
So
Same.
yeah. All right. So that will do it for us. Thank you to my players. Thank you to my chat today. This has truly been a very, very, very memorable experience. This was seriously one of the better sessions I've ever run of anything, and who knew? I just had to keep my mouth shut. So thank you, everybody. With that, we're gonna get ourselves out of here. So have a great night, and we'll see you next Thursday with the third episode of Under the Fallen Maple. See you, everybody.